Hey guys, in this video, actually for my videos from now on, I'm gonna be wearing my sunglasses, to give it a Howard Stern look, for fun. Anyway, so, it's official, the Tennessee Government House approves bill to make the Holy Bible the state's official book. How dumb is Tennessee? I want to know this. How dumb is this state? You know, you can have a personal belief in a God. That's all fine and dandy. That's why we have religious freedom in this country. You can have the right to believe in Allah. You can have the right to believe in God. You can have the right to believe in Zeus. You can have the right to believe in a Santa Jesus or a Easter Zeus, whatever you want to believe in, that's fine. That's what America's about. But incorporate scientific fact with your belief. It's simple as that. You don't need to give up your belief. You could still think there's something more powerful than you, something beyond you. Just incorporate science with your belief. How difficult is that? I mean, in the Bible, Genesis 1:1, God created the earth, and the earth was formless, without shape. That doesn't equal. The earth was formed already, and scientists are actually saying there might have never been a Big Bang at all. The universe could have been infamous already. Not infamous, but infinite already. And even if that's true, we could get rid of the Big Bang theory, which I think could end the debate if there was who started the Big Bang. And I'm just using common questioning here. But the thing is, the Bible is a 2,000-year-old book, 2015-year-old book, let's be accurate, that is nothing but stories of vindictive, murderous, and rapists in it, from cover to cover. For example, Lot. When his wife was stoned, he repopulates his family by having sex with his 2 daughters. Is that something you want to tell your children that's inspirational?
He was unconscious.
I mean, look at the states of Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? Lot, who's supposed to be the good guy. Keep this in mind. The village wants to gangbang, in other terms, the angels that God sent to Sodom and Gomorrah to get Lot, who happens to be Isaac's older son. Anyway, since people can't rape angels because they're from heaven, Lot offers his 2 daughters, and he's supposed to be the good guy. Is that someone who you want to call good if someone says, oh, you can't rape this person because they're from heaven, but you can rape my child? I'm perfectly fine with that. How sick and demented do you have to be to believe in this crap? I mean, for example, another thing, one of Jesus' miracles, and the reason why I put miracles in quotations is because miracles don't happen. Be honest. Miracles aren't real, they never will be real, and it's all a placebo in our head until we actually apply the effort to get something done or to fight a disease. It's all in our head that a miracle is a placebo that's already implanted in our heads. This is all common knowledge. And to add on to that, when Jesus walks on water, nobody could walk on water. Nobody can actually walk on water because it's impossible. Water is a type of liquid that once you put your foot into it, your foot is going to go in the water just like your whole body is. And to add on, even Chris Angel, who's actually in his 50s and actually looks quite good for his age, he demonstrated on his show a couple of years ago when it was on that you could fool people that you could walk on water just by putting very clear plastic plates on water, and you could walk on those plates and people will be amazed and they'll think that you have the ability to walk on water. That's the illusion of it. And that's what the Bible is. It's nothing but an illusion filled with stories, because man during that time had no idea how early life form got there. So I'm going to rewrite the Bible. I'm going to rewrite the Bible right now, and I'm going to start with Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, man created God because man didn't know how we came to be. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. After man created God, verse 3, man came up with stories about a fictional man named Jesus. I'm already rewriting the Bible automatically because I'm applying common knowledge to what I'm saying. Look, I don't believe in a God, and there's multiple reasons why I don't believe in a God. If you look at what's happening around this world, not only here in America, but in Africa, in Russia, in Pakistan, in Iran, in Australia, in England, in Asia, it's very hard to believe in a superior being that cares about everybody when it seems like all this stuff that's happening in this world, obviously, it's a work of a superior, supposedly in these people's minds, these miraculous things that happen, it's this will of the superior being. For example, you have people around the world, not just here in America, but in Asia, in Europe, in Australia, and so forth, that if someone gets AIDS, it's God's will. Or Allah's will. Because they're dirty creatures, or unnatural creatures because they might be gay, or they just happen to be human. If you look in Africa, a country that's ravished by AIDS, kids, adults, you name it. You know how they get AIDS in that country? And it's not by unprotected sex, it's by their really unclean water. And their water is so polluted that they don't even have filters to clean it. They don't even have toilets in Africa, in some parts of Africa, so you get the gist of what I'm saying. That's what their water is. It's their drinking source and it's their restroom. And this is how these kids and adults get AIDS in Africa. But Pope Benedict, back in 2009, went to Africa and told people of Africa who have AIDS, and he told them not to use condoms because condoms are unholy. You're telling this to people who live in a country that's ravished by AIDS. And you call yourself a man of the cloth? You know, this is the problem with religion. Religion wants to make sure that its followers have no knowledge of science, no knowledge of understanding, no knowledge and understanding of reasoning. If people would just say, hold on a sec, this and this doesn't equal, and they read their Bible from cover to cover, instead of just skimming through the parts that sound nice and leaving the parts that don't sound nice, granted, you will become an atheist faster than you think. Or if reading the Bible throughout the day is too much for you, read bits and pieces of each book throughout the day, which I tend to start doing again, and you will see that religion offers no compassion, no understanding, no knowledge. Perfect example, in the book of Genesis, when Adam and Eve, and people still believe they existed, which is beyond me, but anyway, when Adam and Eve are in the heavenly gardens, God tells them not to bite from the apple from the tree of knowledge. For that, if they do that, they're damned to go to hell because they'll have understanding how the universe was created. So basically, people who are devoutly religious and go to church devoutly every Sunday and take this stuff like it's candy, they're afraid to bite from the knowledge apple, from the science apple, but yet they'll believe that if a man sleeps with a man, that it's unclean. That if a woman has her period, that she's filthy. This is in the Bible. You can't make this stuff up. This is coming from the Bible. And why would any state want that as its state book? Why not something that talks about race? Why not a book that talks about science, evolution? Because personal belief doesn't necessarily mean that you have knowledge. It's a truth. Some people who are devoutly religious, and studies have shown that they have low IQ levels. Low IQ levels. Now this, of course, this doesn't go for every religious person. This goes for the 5% of religious people. 5% of religious people have low IQs due to their personal belief, due to their neglect of science, due to their neglect of medicine. Yeah, and there's that other thing about religion. People rely on prayer healing. Do you know this? Children die from prayer healing. Couple years back in 2013, parents were arrested and tried for second-degree murder for neglect of their child who had kidney problems.
Jim, we're going down to Reading to Target. Do you want to come?
Yep. Anyway, these parents knew that their child had diabetes. Okay? The kidney problems came after. The diabetes. The family doctor said, I strongly advise your child gets insulin. The insulin shot, which if you ask any diabetic person, they do every week or so or every month or so, depending on what type of diabetes they have. So, these parents said, oh no, we'll rely on the faith. Jesus is going to heal a child. Okay. This was in 2012, this child was diagnosed with diabetes. In 2013, this kid, not on insulin, okay, has even more problems physically. This child then complains that she has pain in her kidneys. The parents take their child to the doctor, and the doctor says, your child is on the brink of kidney failure due to the lack of insulin that this child has not been receiving. And the parents once again says, oh, we'll pray Jesus is going to take care of a child. And the child died during her sleep from pain. This kid was either put on fucking dialysis. This kid was given insulin. This kid died from faith healing. These parents were arrested for second-degree murder. And guess what? Were found not guilty. Can you believe that? Not guilty. They killed their child through faith healing, and they still were found not guilty. Their religion, their Baptist religion, killed their child. And they should be in prison for second-degree murder. Non-voluntary manslaughter. That's what they were charged for. This is why religion pisses me off so much. Because people take the Bible as the truth. You want truth? Look in a science textbook. Look at the news. Look at the world of reality and you'll see truth. Look at yourself and you'll see truth. Don't look at the Bible and think, wow, this is truth. It isn't. It's nothing but a placebo to put in your head. So to all the intellectuals in Tennessee, I feel your pain.